ready to eat. I'm so hungry.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm really excited to bring you something today that a lot of people have asked me about. And what I want to show you today is how to make a basic roux, take that into a cream sauce, and take a cream sauce into a bechamel. And I can show you and talk about at the different stages what you're going to do from each stage. All right? Now, our finished product today from our bechamel is going to be Zucchini and Bell Pepper Gratin. Oh, really excited about this, you guys. So, we're going to get into our prep first because when you start your roux, you need to be hands-on and ready and watching that the whole time. Okay? So, let's start our veg. Now, for this gratin that we're doing, we want our pepper and our zucchini sliced thin, but skin on. Lots of good fiber and nutrients in there. So we just are going to use the mandolin today. And see, even our larger slices, they're nice and thin. That's what we want, uniform thickness for this gratin. Let's get our garlic ready. Now for this recipe, guys, we don't want it minced, we want it sliced. So we're going to slice it uber thin. Remember to keep those fingers out of the way. Now, we're going to be topping this off with some seasoned breadcrumbs. Let me show you how easy it is, you guys, to make your own seasoned breadcrumbs. Just take a piece of bread that has dried out a little bit, put it in a bag, crumble it up, right into that bag. See, I have this. If your bread is really, really soft or super, super fresh, you may want to toast it just a teensy bit before, crumbling it so that it will crumble really well for you. Dash of, in this case, we're using Italian seasoning. Just a heavy dash of that. A little dash of garlic powder because we are kind of leaning toward the Italian end of things here today with this recipe. A little bit of onion salt. Not much, okay? And that's our 3 ingredients for our breadcrumbs. That's it. All right, now, we're gonna kind of tumble those together and set those aside. Okay, let's build our roux. We need to start our skillet at about medium heat because we're going to have butter and olive oil going into there and getting all good and melty. Now, you can do a butter-only roux. For our purposes today, we are going to do a butter and olive oil roux. So, all right, now our olive oil is getting nice and warm. In goes our butter. So we have a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter. That's getting nice and melty. Okay, now as soon as this begins to sizzle, in is going to go our garlic. Now, if you do not want garlic in your cream sauce base, just keep it out. Just eliminate it. That is not going to hurt your cream sauce one bit. I'm going to add it because for a lot of cream sauces, you want that depth of flavor there. So garlic is a really, really good way to do that, especially for a lot of casserole dishes, which we're going to talk about later. Okay, now you can see that this is beginning to bubble and sizzle just a little bit. So in goes our garlic. Okay, now, if that starts going too quick on me, I'll turn the temperature down a little bit, but we need to keep that going a little bit to cook our garlic and then to cook our flour when we get the flour mixture in, our flour in there. Okay, that's nice and fragrant, so in is going to go our flour. Okay, now, once your flour gets kind of clumpy like that, see that right there? It kind of holds together, doesn't spread all over the pan. That's exactly what you want. You've got enough flour, so it's going to take 2 to 3 tablespoons, and you just sprinkle that in. All right, now you can see that this is at a blonde stage, so we are ready to add our milk. By the way, guys, I love getting the shelf-stable milk like this because unless you've already opened it and put it in the refrigerator, it's already room temperature. Isn't that great? Okay, guys, you notice that I didn't add all of my milk all at once. I added about 3/4 cup to get it thickened. And the reason that I like to do it that way is because I can get the lumps cooked out in my sauce. You see how it's beginning to take on that beautiful satiny texture. See that? So I'm scraping down my sides continually, and I'm making sure that I get around the edge of my pan, and with these kind of strokes, I'm going around and bringing from the side of the pan or the edge of the pan all the way into the middle, while still getting the middle included. Because if you don't do that, you're going to scorch your sauce. Okay, so you've got to keep this going. Also, you notice that I'm adding my milk in increments. That way, like I said before, you can monitor the lumps and make sure that you cook out and stir out all of those lumps. And you can control the thickness of your sauce. Just a little bit more and our cream sauce is done. We're going to take it off the heat. At this point in time, you're ready for broccoli casserole, green bean casserole, chicken casserole. If you're making mac and cheese where you're layering in your sauce and your cheese separately, then it's ready. Okay, and you can see, guys, see that? That's about where you want it as far as your thickness goes, okay? Now we do need to taste because we didn't add any salt to this, so we need to check that. Oh, that's got wonderful flavor, but it does need some salt, so we're going to stir that in right now. And again, guys, this is to taste. You have to think about the application. Whatever you're putting it in, does that already have salt in it? Maybe you don't want to salt your cream sauce at all because whatever you're going to include it with has a lot of salt already. So that's just something, keep in mind as you're building your sauce. Okay, now, all right, so we've added our salt. So now I promised that I was going to show you what to do. We made our roux, right? And now we made our cream sauce. Now we're going to turn this cream sauce into a bechamel. We're just going to have this on warm to add our cheese. All right, now to make a bechamel, you can add whatever kind of cheese that you want, okay? All right, but for this one, we're going to do a little bit of Italian blend, not too much, and a little bit of Parmesan, and we're using the finely shredded. Now, again, depending on what I'm using the bechamel for, sometimes I'm going to do just white cheddar in there, sometimes a Gruyere. It's all kinds of possibilities. Okay, now look at that. See that? The cheesiness in there, look at that. Look at that. You guys, if you're wanting to make mac and cheese, well, check out my Gruyere, my Swiss and Gruyere mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese. All right, we're going to build our Zucchini Bell Pepper Gratin. Let's get this started. Now we're going to put a little bit of our sauce into our pan and just spread that around. Let's do pepper first. Then a layer of zucchini. But just about forgot. We're going to layer in a little bit of our cheese here. here's our final layer. We're just doing the Parmesan for this layer. A little bit of olive oil. Do a little layer of salt. You know I like my Himalayan salt. Got some savory spice here. It's like an herbs de Provence. We're going to give it a good crush in here. You can also do this in the mortar and pestle. Now, we're going to finish with a tiny bit of fresh cracked pepper. And into the oven, preheated oven, 350, for about 30 minutes. Then we're going to take off the lid and let it finish till golden brown. Guess what, guys? Put that in the oven, cleaning up the set. Realized I had forgotten to put on the breadcrumbs. No worries. It had only been in there about 5 minutes, so we're just going to throw them on from here. Now it's ready to go in the oven. Our zucchini and bell pepper gratin has been in. Remember, we put it in for the 35, pulled the lid off, and then let it stay in that 350 oven for 10 more minutes. So it is done and ready to come out. Yeah, I think we need to use that spoon. One of the things that I love, you guys, about gratins is that you get that good caramelization on the top that is just so lovely. So lovely. This is so easy and so wonderful. I hope you guys give this a try, especially if you are doing a vegetarian diet or lifestyle. Try this out, you guys. This is amazing. Zucchini and bell pepper gratin hits all the marks. The tanginess from the Parmesan in there, that silkiness from that bechamel. Oh, it all comes together, and you taste this and you're thinking, oh my word, this can't be vegetarian, blah, blah, blah. But it is. It's so good. So give this a try, guys. And by the way, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that for us, okay? We really appreciate you guys' support, and we love hearing from you. So leave me a comment, give me a little like, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can see all the videos we're uploading for you each and every week. And we'll see you next time on Things Tina Does.